So I'm Julian Ferrier. I'm CEO and founder of Backflip Studios, and I'm here with Arn from Touch Arcade and Dale Toms, who is our CTO. And per Arn's request, I think we're going to show you 4 of our new games. So we have 3 new free applications we're going to show you. They're going to come out in the next 2 months. And we're going to show you 1 paid application, which is a game called Tunnel Shoot.
This is a Tunnel Shoot.
Yeah.
All right. And you guys worked on this with
Team Phobic.
Team Phobic.
Yeah.
We did Bounce On and Bounce On 2.
So tilt control tunnel racing game.
Yeah, so it's just a basic tap to shoot, and then it's a double tap to fire sort of a torpedo-like smart bomb to get rid of things in the middle. So we love this game on the iPad. We love the extra real estate, and whereas we've been very critical of accelerometer controls in the past, I think for a tunnel shooter, it's just sort of this wonderful mechanism for controlling your ship there.
So it's a high score goal game, right?
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah.
So picking up the jewels.
Yeah. So you're picking up green gems.
Right, that
pretty
increases
much,
your score.
Yeah, trying to blast everything else.
And this will be the paid app.
This will be paid, and it's going to launch June 24th, same day as the new iPhone.
Okay.
And I'm not making any promises, but it may well take advantage of some of the new functionality on the new phone.
Okay. So is it gonna be for iPad and iPhone?
Yep. Universal app, and I think we're gonna price it at $1.
Okay.
So this is Ninja. This is gonna be a free game, and it is a sort of how far can you climb type game with a very, very simple gameplay mechanic, which is you touch the screen just to jump from one side to the other. So you can hit objects in the air, but you can't land on them like Dale just demonstrated. So the really interesting part to this game is if you get 3 birds in a row, 3 squirrels, 3 stars in order, you get sort of a mega bonus. So hopefully Dale can show you one of these. Right, so you just hit 3 stars in a row, and as a result, you get sort of a boost from that. And the higher it gets, the sort of faster paced it gets. And what else, Dale?
There's overhangs as you get higher. Ninjas walking down the wall.
You just got a
shield gives you 1 extra hit that you won't die.
So I assume the frequency of the enemies increases as
you go higher, right?
And it's a last longer sort of high score game.
Yep, it's how high can you climb. So they're randomly generated scenarios in different orders, but the higher you get, the harder it gets. So this is Buggin. This Dale and I grew up playing arcade games in the early '80s, and they heavily influenced this game. So it's sort of an 8-bit shooter. You run around the circumference of a planet, and you have sort of bug-like creatures coming out of these holes, and you need to rid the planet of these bugs, and then you move on to the next planet. So the further into the game you get, obviously the harder it gets. So initially there's just slow-moving turtles, some ladybugs. Dale got killed there, they swarmed them, they're bringing back to the holes. But the further into the game you get creatures like centipedes that will break apart. There's power-ups, there's all sorts of different guns you can get. You can get lasers, you can get sort of these animal-seeking rockets. There's a number of different things. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it's got this great sort of old-school soundtrack to it. Here, grab that laser. Yeah.
So I think you described it as kind of a cross between Tempest and Centipede.
Yeah, it definitely, you run around the perimeter like you would in Tempest, although it's not a vector game.
Yeah.
And then you have, things, sort of creatures coming at you like you do in Centipede. So, there's definitely sort of those references within the game, for sure. And, again, it's the sound is old school. The look, the 8-bit look is very much sort of those old Atari games. So this is a game called Graffiti Ball. It's a physics puzzler, which is definitely in our sweet spot at Backflip Studios. So in this game, you use a can of spray paint to create a route for the red ball. And Dale's creating a route right now. He's trying to create a path to the target at the bottom by using lines of paint. I think you're going to have to undo that, yeah. So there's an undo button. If you spray paint something you didn't want, you can undo it and create sort of a better path. Here he goes. Let's see if that works. Come on. All right.
Almost. Get there.
So there. And then you go to the next level. So there's 100 of these different puzzles, and it's a very, very basic, albeit addictive physics mechanic. In this case, he's trying to, you score with time. And if you hit the clocks on a route to your target, you get additional time. So there, nice one. One more. So boom, there's a time bonus. And then he hit it without getting the other time bonus.
So great. So there's no limit to how much you can draw?
There's no limit to how much you can draw. The point system is based on time rather than you know, a finite amount of paint.
Right.
And you can pinch to zoom in to get a little more detail on what you're drawing.